Hey there. I was thinking. I was thinking about something. Thinking always leads you into something, right? The other day, you ever get twisted up in trading? Right? You're like, it's going to go up, it's going to go down. No shit, right? I mean, come on. I, I, I got caught. I got caught. And, one of the things I do is I review and I try to, um, to not get caught because, it's money and we're trying to make sure that we don't lose it. Um, I mean, I'm going to be wrong, but I don't want to I don't know what I'm trying to say. But really, what I'm trying to say is, sometimes, you know, when I say sell that line, I mean you can sell it here, 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 and here, and you'll make money on all those trades. So this can be a challenge because when you're down here, as I was the other day, the 29th, I was, I did my pre-market analysis and I said, okay, there's the high, low, not a ton of analysis, but price has been going down, man. So, and this is where I get into trouble all the time. And this is one of the things that just kills my business. And I have to fight through it on a daily basis is to ignore what's happening on the left. I mean, use it, right? There's your impulse there, right? And we talked about it the other day. There's, how I like my setups. Look for the shelf. That's kind of a shelf. But come on, I mean, we're going to get serious about it. This is the impulse shelf. I mean, the whole thing is much bigger pie. But my point of this thing is this is where I got caught up the other day. And this is where it really screwed me up. And this was, I was thinking this thing's going down. You ever get like that? You're like, oh no, this thing's going to go down. This is going down. And I'm sitting there talking to myself. I'm saying, no, yeah, it's okay. I'm waiting for that turn. You know, waiting for that turn. And so you got this you're leaning on, this guy you're leaning on. And in the meantime, and I did it, man. I did it. You know what I did? I sold. I sold this right there. I sold that, man. Had my whole day planned out. Mike's making money. Gonna make myself some dough. You know. But you know what I did is I ignored my rule. What's going on right here, Mike? What's going on? Here's the questions you need to ask yourself. What is price doing? Has anything changed? Right? So, what is price doing right here? Well, it's going up. Has anything changed? No. This is a pullback that is going to continue, if you're paying attention, up. Look at that. Look at that. You know what my other trade was? You want to know? I didn't sell that. I didn't sell that. Nope. Yeah, you knew it, didn't you? Right there, baby. right there. I sold that thing right there. Um, with a stop above the big guy right here. And I mean, do you guys do that? I do that all the time. And that's one of the hardest things for me to really get straight in this business. And it just kills my bottom line. And I fight through it all the time. But this is what I have to ask myself. What is price doing? It's going up. Has anything changed? No. 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 Yes. Yes. Things have changed over here. Why? Price came back down through here. So I'm always asking these questions to help keep me centered. Because if I had followed my rules the other day, right? Followed my rules and said, which way is the price going? There's the impulse, right? This impulse came down. This got taken out. Now it's not a huge pullback, but still, it gets me almost. I really have to beat this out of my system so that I'm not getting tricked. Because really, look at how much money I left on the table. Look at that. That's, 35 ticks. That's, I only need 10 to 20, 10 to 15. When I get good at this stuff, I'm going to need 10, 5 to 10. I don't want to sit here all day at my computer. It's not what I do. I'm doing this because I want to do other things. So I watch, so if we break it down again, there's my impulse up. These guys here, right? I'm looking for my shelf. Looking for my shelf. Don't go near the top because that's where the sellers are at. They need to get beat, right? We're looking for Mike Tyson out here beating up old ladies. Get it down nice and tight so we can really get in here. Surgical precision. One of the things I look for here is that last. See that there? See this bar right here? That's the pop them up, right? Pops them up. Look at this one right here. Pops them up. If you're doing impulse shelf over here, your entry would be on this one right here. Shelf's like right there. It's right there. Boom. And there it is, man. Look at that little one. I just let this one. Well, it's 5:30 in the morning. I mean, come on, who's trading at that time? Not me. So I'm sitting here trying to, and when you've got this narrow a view, this many bars. What are we looking at here? 173 bars. I'm telling you, man, it keeps me on the right side of some of this stuff. When I just, okay, the left is in my life somewhere, but ignore it. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is, if I would have just, and this one didn't really come down. I have bought this one before. I have bought that bar. So, I had to step away. I don't know what I was talking about. I've got the bar popping up, tops up, pulls back, wipes out these guys, and then you have a bigger washout here. everybody keeps coming into my office and asking me questions. And I'm trying to get some work done. This isn't a perfect one. That's going to happen. But just draw your next impulse leg. It goes up. You can start to see the shelf there. You've got your box here. And then as it takes out the new one, it comes down. And you may even want to say, if you're just, chomping at the bit, oh, Mike, I got to get a trade in. I got to go to work. I got to play golf. I got to get to the pond because the fish are going to be biting soon. Draw another one, man. This one comes down here kind of deep. This is funky and weird, but you can see. I don't even know how to do this. You can see, see this. Okay, this might be a way. See the box, right? So now, impulse up. Maybe right in there, and then you can just jump in right behind here, because you can understand that this comes down here again. Start stepping down. Price moves in a flow over time. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, That's all it's doing, just up and down, overall, And so this hard down, that hard up, this gets beat. That's your signal, man. That's your, okay, this thing's going up. It's coming back down. Let's get in, Same thing here. It stepped up, right? It stepped up. Let's take a quick little look at it. Up, down, up, down, up, down, right? Boom, 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 boom. It's beautiful. And you can get, when you get in tight like this, none of that other stuff matters. You don't need to have Fibonacci or, some silly indicator that's telling you where, what's going on. All you've got is you get the price just telling you right here it's going up, right? Tell me that I'm wrong right now. Tell me how I am not in touch with the flow of price, right? There's your box, right? You see the hard down, hard up. Oh, that one just gives you a beautiful entry right there, right? And then, whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Goes up. All right, so that's our target. So how you manage this? Get your stop down here. As it heads on up, and this is where I get this. This is where I get pickled too. When price heads up, I will cut my risk down maybe in half, right? Because I know from his past trades where I've been stopped out on that pullback, because this is really the setup, right? It takes out the high and comes down. That it will do this. So then on this here, as it and either what I will do is either follow up behind the swings, right? So this pullback here and this pullback here. I'll just trail my stop behind that and take the hit and then reevaluate, because then, like I just said, there's your impulse. I'm just stealing all my stuff here. There's my box. There's my shelf. Maybe then you just, okay, I'm going to get in here, or I'm going to try and get in here. And if that's the case, you're going to get wiped out. And there's nothing you can do about it. No trade's perfect. And if anything I can, convey to anybody out there that's listening to this, there's no perfect trade. If you want to sit back here and you want to get in on this one here and just sit on it, and wait for this swing to come to shake all the way up? It might, and it might not, and it does. You just have to be a willing participant in this whole thing, that it's going to go. And then this comes back to my, in the other video I talked about, buy that line. You can just buy that line all day long and sit back here with your stop and, get your 3-to-1 trade. It's easy, right? And then the other side of it is, if you've got the fortitude, say you got broke even here, and then, oh shoot, it left without me, and I'm gonna, draw my impulse, and that doesn't work. Okay, where's my shelf? Okay, it hasn't taken off, and I'm following it now. And then you could, at least this way, if you get stopped out, you can come back here and get in under behind this guy. I so many times I'll get stopped out, and I can at least turn around and say, okay, what did I get wrong, and then sit back and watch the next the next impulse leg up, and then it comes back down, and then use the structure to get me into my next trade. They all work, and it's beautiful because it's the same thing. I don't care what market you're in, where you're at. The market flows in a wave over time. As we just work our way through the morning here, this thing, then it just goes sideways. See that pop up right there? Right? There's your shelf right in here somewhere, right? See the shelf? Shelf is just, comes down here, tests here, then it cleans everybody out, right? And this thing is brutal, man. Oh, God. It's like a double gut punch, And, like I said on my other videos, I'm losing interest about trading right around in here. I've been looking at a chart for too many hours. That's kind of 10 o'clock. If I'm up, if I bought this thing and I made money here, I'm not fooling around in here. I'm not, this is, okay. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later. I'll come back tomorrow, cause it's just, and it's also the holiday week, you guys aren't trading from the ski lifts right now. They're just, it's just knuckleheads like you and I that are trying to make a buck and do some things, whatever. It's just stupid. See how it's dumb? There's just nothing there. It's just bad. That's Frustration Island right there, man. That's what you want to see. What Frustration Island looks like. Trying to make money on that thing. That's Frustration Island. Stay away from that. Look for the impulse. This one's kind of challenging too, but if you get stopped out here or you get wiped out there, you can recover from that. You just got to keep yourself together and do that. But so going back to my whole idea, don't get fooled by what's on the left. And I do all the time. And one of the things I'm working on is just to ignore, and God, that chaps me up, man. That was a great, the biggest thing that pisses me off about my trade is that I missed the long, right? And I friggin' just sat there and waited for this thing to turn because I thought it was going down, So one of the things that I need to work on as a trader, which everyone's, we're all working on something. Even the best traders in the world don't get it right. They're working on something too. There's something that fools them out. But if you follow the impulse, watch for the pullback, you'll get your trade, you'll get your nut, and you'll be able to trade for another day. All right, guys. Talk to you later.